Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Chaos-Reighn here, and in this video I'm here to bring you my next farming strategy, what I'm going to be doing for the next couple hours here, and just gonna kind of have some fun with the game a little bit instead of just going super crazy. Though, I guess that's just basically what I've been doing this whole time, but either way, um, this farm is a multiple pronged farming method with a lot of different ways to take advantage of our new Atlas passes. So this is going to be basically a heist farm, and I'm doing this because there have been mentions of from other YouTubers and other stuff like that that have posted how good the new heist stuff is and how easy it is to run blueprints and how cheap it is to do this and how profitable it is, so on and so forth. And um, I just wanted to put my own 2 cents into the ring, and I don't know a whole lot of people who are doing it like as far as big name streamers, but the way I figured is I might as well put it out into the public light. But first, I'm gonna show you how to target farm it to begin with, and then I'll get into a Heist 101 kind of thing using all the new stuff that was just granted to us by Heist. So let's get into it. First things first, we're going to go over our maps and how we rolled them. So right here we have 5, 10, 14, 16 maps. We are going to run 16 maps. On these maps, we are running 4 sextants. Running a guaranteed smuggler's cache. We are running the increased heist contracts, the increased implicit on heist contracts that drop in the areas. We are running hunted traders for pack size. 1 sextant for increased pack size of unidentified map quantity, and then 3 of the Gloom Shrine ones, because these are not only packs, but it helps clear the map. And that'll be our 16 runs. We are also bringing essences along with us because we are still spec in essences. We are spec into all the heist nodes now, every single one, so we have as high of a chance to drop a heist contract and blueprint as possible, along with getting the smuggler's caches. We're still spec into beasts because we want to be running as much beasts as possible, and furthermore, these are our scarabs. So again, we're trying to push the pack and get as much as we can. So expedition can have insane pack size if you get a little lucky with it. We don't have the nodes for expedition spec, but I figured expedition also can drop contracts raw out of the chests and or off the enemies. I've done it before quite a few times, so I figured why not just throw expeditions. And we're only using breasted, as I said. We don't have the nodes spec'd in, so it's not worth it. Gilded, instead of gilded or anything like that, we're just adding legions to the map. Basically, the only thing we care about on the legion is the fact that we need to get as many monsters, and the fact that legion does drop a lot of scarabs or a lot of contracts as well. Same thing for elder minions, and then obviously we're running the beasts. Now our maps, we have rolled chisel, alked, vald. Everything has been chiseled and alked and then rolled to above a certain amount of quantity, and then Valorb. Unfortunately, we did get a couple of bricks going. As you see, we have 66, 78, and 63 here, but those 3 maps aren't going to deter us from running our content. And worst comes to worst, I have a lot more Coral Ruins, so if I feel like I'm getting an insane amount of profit out of the ones that are not bricked in, lower quantity, I'll just go and roll more. I mean, it's not like it takes too much more resources, and I have it anyway, so might as well. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and put these extra compasses into our our stash real quick. This is our project page, so yeah. Then we take and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that will place all 4 in our inventory onto our atlas, like so. And then we actually have a tab that we cleared out for farming methods, and here's our tab. Just so you can kind of see a before and after. We have a bunch of clusters a friend gave us to sell for him because he's not online a lot. And then we have these. These are just stuff for my lure crafts because I'm going to be hosting those the whole grinding out of beast really soon. Unfortunately, I can't do it right now. I can, but I'm waiting for a couple of my guildmates to log back in, and when they do log back in, we're gonna do a 3 or 4 man, maybe even a 6 man if we can get some people in the public to join along with us. So that being said, if we can get a party going and have some fun, you know, playing the game, do some simple mapping, get some lures going, we're gonna do it, and that'll be our project pretty soon here. But as of now, we are just farming maps, and we're doing maps as the only way we know how to, which is cracked out. So let's go ahead and go over all of our stuff just so you can one more time see it. We have hunted traders, smuggler's cache, pack size of unidentified, and let's see, where is it? Non-unique heist contracts drop with an implicit modifier. So on top of this, we also still have the scarabs here, and our atlas tree will zoom out just so you can kind of get a quick little snapshot. We are still taking some of the bosses, but we did unspec the Elder Shaper stuff up there. Zoom in a little bit so you can kind of see a, you know, there you go. All right, now give me 1 second. I gotta accept some offers because people are offering me on my stuff. I told this guy he can have it, and he wanted me to anoint it, so I did. This guy, yeah, dude, all yours. Enjoy. Pretty good gloves, but I mean, I got them from ROG. They came out that way, and I just threw some currency on, so I'll take the X. No. My doings. Alright, now that we just made a whole bunch of exalts. Sorry guys, don't want to show you all my, my bankroll. Let's go right into the map. So, let's see. Now, you can do something else. Obviously, we are running a master mission, so you can't do master mission. However, there's a lot of stuff you can do that'll increase your pack size. First of all, if you use Beyond, Beyond is really good for Headhunter and stuff like that. I personally like Ritual. I found contracts to drop from Ritual a lot. Excuse me. Another thing I do is Bloodlines, especially if you're immune to corrupted blood. You might as well. You can also do Domination for more shrines. 3 shrines on the map is no joke. I'm not taking any shrine nodes, just a heads up. So I'm not getting the double shrines. I'm not getting any of that. But 3 shrines does help you speed clear it. What we're gonna do is we're actually gonna run. Let's see, in an infused craft, I'm thinking something easy to get that I have a lot of. Probably infused bloodlines, because I think that's the one I have most of, or infused ambush I have most of actually, but I want to save that for my ambush farming. Excuse me. We are going to do infused bloodlines just because it's 6 additional magic packs, and it adds, you know, just more pack size, obviously. So, let's go for it. And see exactly what we have in store. So I haven't done any of this farming yet. This is going to be a first for me, just like it is, you know, for the people who are watching this. I do hope you enjoy the lag that's going to happen, because it will be laggy. This is something that you have to be aware of. You're going to lag, and you might die. So we don't have delirium, which is fine. Here's the lag. Oh boy, that's cool. Oh, I didn't die. That's a miracle. Okay. Go ahead and hit this. We got an extra essence from it. It's cool. Here's our expedition. Simple expedition, nothing crazy. Now, I am fully aware that you could run this with, you know, 60% Delirious. You could run a whole bunch of other stuff and make it all cracked out and have an even higher chance to drop contracts. But I don't really like the grayscale of Delirium, so that specifically is the biggest turnoff for me to run it. And as you see there, we have our first contract with implicits. We don't care about not doing fizz. Let's do that. Let's do that. Lightning we kind of care about. Boom. Cool. Oh, and we got the lag spike again. We're good. We got another contract. Got some rogue markers going. Nice, nice. And these maps, because they are so juiced out, we are definitely going to 100% them. We're going to go in each corner and, you know, every single enemy is a chance to drop a contract or a blueprint, so. This map's also pretty linear. It does have big wide open spaces too, so you don't have to worry about, you know, getting bursted by a million enemies through a hole. Wait, something spawned? Just an explosion. Okay. There's our Legion. So I have officially turned off the volume because I actually had an issue where literally the sound glitches from the game was making me crash. So to avoid that, I've turned off my volume. So sorry if anyone's missing the voice lines or anything. Plus, I don't think you want to hear Einar talk every 0.5 seconds about his beasts. See if we find any contracts from this. I hope that we didn't miss our heist locker. Smuggler's cache. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. There it is. Nice. And then we get our guaranteed contract. And that was our map. Make sure we got everything. Can't really see my monsters remain because my buffs. There we go, 9. Yeah, we're fine. And here we have the new contracts. So this is insane. If you get this, for example, with it, we have it with counter thaumaturgy, which is absolutely bonkers. You can actually put Gianna on it, and it should generate a total of 4 Gianna reveals. Let's see. Trap disarmament. Just that'll be just be. Let's see. Wakano. Rogue equipment cannot be found, but you get 200% more value on primary heist targets. This is insane. Like if you've seen my old videos on what I run, that stacks with this, so you would just be able to get one item, as well as I believe if you look at it, this is moderate value. If that hits precious on that, you're gonna have one artifact that'll trade for like 30, 40, or maybe even a full stack of 50k. Who knows? We'll find out later. But this is our super advanced contracts that we're going to be dropping and saving up a whole bunch of. Unfortunately, they only drop with this sextant modifier, and I only have 16. So I'm guessing I'm probably going to find a decent amount, but it's not going to be a whole lot. There is one more modifier I believe that I'm missing. I just don't remember it off the top of my head. But when I do find it, I'll let you guys see the results. Before I forget, we do have to turn affinity off just so you guys can see the results of our farm and what all we find while doing this. And voila. Well, that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be back tonight with both result videos for both my bestiary farm and um, for my what do you call it? Bestiary plus this farm here. That way you guys can see, you know, a two-prong kind of like, hey, what you can expect, so on and so forth. If I have the time to, I'll make it both one video just so you can guys kind of understand, you know, what you're looking out for. But yeah. And just before I go, just so you see, we have, let's go to Arachnids. We have 0 plague arachnids, as you see right there. Oh, I don't think that's the right one. I think it's Fenimal plague arachnid somewhere. I think we have 1 somewhere. We have 1 Venomous. I don't think we have any plague arachnid. Either way, and then if I go to the Cryoc Chimerals, we have 0. So this will be updated, and I won't use any of the beasts. I won't do anything until after I post the video. I'll show you guys exactly what we're doing, and just so you guys can kind of, you know, just to show you what I was working on. I kind of finished, so I don't really need the imprints as such. I will be selling them to a guildmate. We actually finished this, so this is an insane deck stacking bow. As you see here, the implicits are 1 to 3 flat fizz, 6% attack speed, and then deck stack. For our affixes, we actually chose the LE damage with attacks plus the bow attacks fire 2 arrows on the imprint. This is what we imprinted onto the bow. And then from there, we actually locked prefix suffixes with multimod, veiled chaos, removed the multimod, crafted on fizz. After we crafted on fizz, we unveiled and we hit pin. It's like almost guaranteed at that point because you can't hit fizz, and that's the highest weighted mod. And then we did cannot roll attack modifiers, and if you didn't know that cannot roll attack modifiers in annuls respects the metacrafting. So if you roll that, you cannot hit any of your attack rolls. You can only hit the non-attack modifiers. So what we did is we went exalt exalt, and we hit res 4 or 5 or so times. Upon hitting that, we just annulled, and if we hit the cannot roll attack modifiers, we recrafted it and annulled again. We end up hitting tier 2 decks as our last suffix and crafted on attack speed to go with it. So right now we have 1.77% attack bow, which I'm going to get the enchant that quality increases attack speed instead of damage, because our fizz for the bow doesn't matter. And the reason we chose +1 socketed gems and everything like that instead of trying to make a flat cold damage bow is because it's going to have a lot of cold damage already because of the deck stack. Although you could do that, like I do have a couple deck stack bows that you would want to use for like you know, a shaped bow, so on and so forth. But this has them as it as an implicit. So the way I did the math, at least mentally, and there's a couple mods that obviously you can get or you used to be able to get from Underground, such as the socketed gems, still 20% more, which is now a shaper mod that you can get. But when I did the math, if you have the +1 level to socketed gems, this is all the gems socketed into your bow. So this would be the equivalent of about 6% more damage on top of a bunch of flats, on top of a couple other like quality of life things, that'll just overall increase the DPS. It'll end up, I believe, being like 12 to 13% more overall after everything's added up. Overall being obviously your ice shot itself will then be doing more damage. Your added cold will be then doing more damage. The ice shot also says it has an increased percentage in damage dealt, based off of, you know, the conversion. This is tornado shot, so I don't have ice shot right now, but I can actually just find an ice shot gem so you can see. And another thing you can do is use lightning arrow. Lightning arrow is a very huge thing to use with deck stacking bows nowadays, because it scales really well and you're able to just shock and chill and do insane clear. Oh, this is lightning arrow for example, but I need to find ice shot real quick. No. Okay. There it is. So if you see here, it has flat cold, increased cold damage for the quality. That's pretty good. But there was something else that I forgot that I was looking at. I believe it's the effectiveness or the attack damage of base or something like that that goes up. I don't think I have a non-2123 in my stash. I have a lot of ice shot gems though, so let me see. We'll go ahead and pull this regular one out. Yeah, so that's it. Then we go down here. Perfect. So I'm going to set these side by side so you can kind of see exactly what I mean. So, oh, there we go. So this is a 2123. If you look, it's 176.3 of base, 176% increase effectiveness of added damage, and a 2020 will be 174, 174. So of base is a more multiplier. So if you want to think about it this way, basically, if I have like 1,000 decks and I'm getting 100 cold, just an example, I'm getting 100 cold. This would be 176% of that. That would end up adding a more multiplier. It's basically more of base before everything is multiplied instead of increasing after the fact. So then this would, we'll just say it's like 176 instead of 100, and this would only be 174. This is just a rough example, you know. And then if you're using a 2123 gem already, and then you up it by added cold, it's going to go higher. And on top of that, you up it by the bow itself, it's going to go even higher. So it's going to end up being about 11% more damage overall, including the 1% more you're going to get on gem levels. I don't POB, so you can POB it if you want. But I do everything by feel, and I've tried gem levels with ice shot. It does help, but usually I get ice shot to such a high damage that the gem levels aren't as effective as just getting damage. In this case, this bow would take full advantage of that and probably give you a lot of bossing damage without having to have single target. I will be doing a build with it very soon, and just to show you guys exactly, you know, how powerful this bow will be, and, you know, because I really like ice shot and I like deck stack. So yeah, without further ado, this has been Chaos-Reighn. As always, everybody, take it easy.
PlayStation